Hey guys, what's up? Start of Alliance War Season 26. This is the first war, and my attackers are Doom, Apocalypse, and Magneto. And right here, this is already looking like it's a bad fight. Most people wouldn't take this fight with Apocalypse, and my thought process was I could just out damage Mr. Sinister here. So when he uses his special one, he'll reflect the poisons back on me from my special one. And my plan was just to out damage him before I died, and that way I could ramp up my Apocalypse for an Elsa Bloodstone fight and a Black Panther Civil War fight, just to make those fights easier. But right here, I was kind of confused as to why he reflected it, but I've had it happen to where if I completely dex the special one, he doesn't reflect it, and right here I completely dexed it, and I still got the poison, so probably just something I missed. I didn't see anything in his abilities that stated otherwise, so I don't know, it's probably just something I overlooked. So I was getting kind of worried here because our health looked pretty similar, and this was just a bad fight in my opinion. I wasn't assigned this fight. I was assigned the lanes, but I wasn't assigned Apocalypse for this fight. I chose to bring him in here thinking it'd be a good idea to try to ramp him up here, but I make some mistakes here, and this fight was, spoiler, I died. And this one was completely my fault. I just completely slipped up, and not much I could do anymore, other than just not do it again, learn from my mistakes. But Strike Counter Fury is kind of new to me. I practiced it in the off season, and it's not inherently hard, but there could be certain things that just make it pretty annoying. So right here, he's getting close to getting down, and Apocalypse could have worked here if I turtled up the whole time, so the poison would expire, and then his special one wouldn't reflect it onto me. But I was not thinking, I was impatient, kind of rusty, so yeah. So right here, I pause it right here. I kind of had a lag, so my medium didn't connect right away, and then I throw my heavy attack, and you see he's got no power. That means he just threw a special one. So he threw it into me, and I paused the game because I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? And I was like, yeah, I'm dead. So right here, I'm starting off the war pretty terribly. That was just a brain dead move on my play, or on my part, So yeah, as you can see, I'm just sitting here recording because I was really bummed out. Last season I went 42-3 with a 93% solo rate, and I'm already starting off just completely horribly. So I healed up Apocalypse, revived him back, and my thought process there going for that heavy attack was to get the bleed on him, so my special one would do extra damage, hopefully knocking him out before he has a chance to reflect another poison onto me. But yeah, it is what it is. This fight ended up sucking, and I was told by my officer to watch out for the debuff reflect from a special one, and yeah. This fight I take with Doom, Annihilus, and Strike Counter Fury. Insanely straightforward fight. I never used Doom on attack before. I actually just took him to rank 5 in the off season, and I'm really liking him for Alliance War attack. He's super tanky. He's got good control, good damage. It's usually between him or Sorcerer Supreme for who I use. Like right here, I eat a special one and he just resists it because of his aura. I'm not that great of a Doom player, but he's insanely good for this fight. But yeah, I've just been trying to spam special ones because of Strike Counter Fury, and then weave in a special 2 every once in a while for some extra damage. Just it's a pretty straightforward fight. I just want to make sure he doesn't have his rod, that weird buff that he has, and I'm running 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, so every time I use my special one, I nullify some of those Fury buffs and get extra power, which is very good for the Strike Counter nodes. So yeah, it's a straightforward fight. Right here, I was pretty pissed, so I was just like playing angry, throwing specials left and right. I didn't really know you could play angry, but right here, he got his rod back or whatever, and brute force is taking me down a little bit. And yeah, I just throw a special one, get rid of it, and yeah, he's pretty much over with right here. Simple fight. So next up we have Elsa Bloodstone on Strike Counter Fury again, and this is the Elsa Bloodstone clip from the beginning of this video. I only boost up with a health boost because I didn't have any just like single champ potions. I have team potions, so I was kind of weary about using those. I didn't really want to waste them. But I'm also kind of low on glory at the moment, so I couldn't buy potions to heal him up. But Apocalypse is so tanky with the health boost I threw on that I thought I'd be fine here. But in all honesty, there was nothing I could do to prevent this, other than dashing back a frame earlier, or no, a frame later. But yeah, I mean, this would have been basically like 4 special ones, and she's done, because I'm doing some pretty decent damage on just the basic hits. And then getting to my special 1, you know, I do some pretty good damage from the special 1. Apocalypse being a mutant, you could heavy attack and bleed her and not take any of the degen damage. I didn't really feel like doing that, because I was just going to cycle special 1s regardless, and they put the debuffs on her regardless. But yeah, there you can see I got clipped, slowed it down. She dashed at me first, and then I dashed back. I was just a frame too early, and I got comboed into Oblivion. And you could tell by how the game's just paused like this. I didn't tap the screen at all. I was just so frustrated with myself. I was so confused at how that happened. I finished the fight off camera because I was just frustrated. Healed up, used my team revives and the hefty team potions I had that I didn't want to use. And yeah, super frustrating war so far. I already have 2 deaths this season, and going into this fight I had a 1 to 2 solo rate, so yeah, that's just not good at all. That's like a 33% solo rate. Well, not like it is. Considering I did so well last season, in my opinion, I was 42-3. Starting off this bad is just absolutely, it's terrible. This is a different lane, and I did some practice in the off season, but there's nothing I could really do to, you know, prevent what happened against Elsa. But what I did against Mr. Sinister was just a brain dead mistake. And it kind of sucks making those mistakes in Alliance War because your whole team's counting on you, and if you slip up, you know, you kind of look like the bad guy. But the strategy here with Magneto against Sentinel is just heavy spam. The extra damage from the Awaken ability helps out a lot. And yeah, I kind of want Sentinel to get to full analysis charges. That way, when he uses a special 1, I can let some of those beams hit me. And that way I can get the armor break on myself to heal from willpower. Just to make up for some like chip damage that I can occasionally get. Spoiler alert, this fight is easily won. If I died here, I probably would have quit. I do make a couple of mistakes that Magneto's magnetism saves me from, but yeah. Well, even if magnetism didn't save me, his Sig ability would have saved me, because mine's Sig 180. A 5-hit combo can't kill me with Magneto unless there's some sort of like ability accuracy reduction that they have on me. But here I take some of that special 1 to the face, not to the face, to the block, and as you can see, I'm healing from willpower. So straightforward fight. I'm gonna let some music play in the background while we get to the next fight. So next up we have Thor Ragnarok on strike counter combat power rate, as well as, was it stung once, twice shy? Yeah. Basically when I get a bar of power, I'm power stung for 6 seconds, It's an active debuff, so I could heal from it from willpower. But yeah, this fight goes smoothly at first, and I kind of panic a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because Doom's not used for the rest of the war. So as long as I win this fight, I'm fine. But as you see there, I took a little wombo combo to the face. Don't know what happened there. I tried to parry, didn't register. That's fine, I guess. Doom's tanky, doesn't matter. I'll heal from these nodes anyways. But yeah, I mean, Doom's a solid option here. You just have to kind of slow play and play around Thor's power gain. I make some mistakes here, like I said. Kind of rusty. Got a lot of nerves from dying twice this war. But yeah, I mean, this fight is pretty straightforward. Doom makes it very easy. He's a great power control champ. The only thing that would suck is if I get too many suppressions on myself to where I can't really gain power, and that would screw me up. But you know, this, I mean, spoiler alert, I win again. This fight goes down pretty easily. You'll see where I start to panic and throw a special early and take some power sting damage, but the power sting damage isn't all too much. It's just kind of annoying. I would have liked to leave this fight with a full yellow bar just to be super proud of myself, but you know, just leaving not losing attack bonus is good enough for me for this war, honestly. So like right here, I don't know why I threw my special attack. He was on the back end of his power gain, meaning he wasn't going to get to 3 bars of power, so I had no reason to use my special one to stop it, and it probably would have been smarter just to wait and turtle up so he would try to attack into me when he has higher power. He probably would have been at 2 bars of power, so I could have stole some of his power. But you know, you live and you learn. It's not that big of a deal. Like right here, I kind of messed up the timing. Very lucky he decided to throw his special attack. And right here, I throw my special attack again, take some power sting damage. Yeah, I'm not happy with how I played this fight, but I mean, I still got the fight down. That's all that matters. Yeah, the next fight, though, I'm very proud of. You guys will see how nervous I was for it. So next up we have Black Panther Civil War on strike counter, combat power rate, buffet but the regen's 15%, and then boost buff, armor up. So basically that node, if he's got an armor up and one of your hits does like too much damage, I think, he could nullify one of his own armor ups and make that damage on that attack 0. That's not an elegant way to explain it, and I apologize, but basically it just can slow down the fight a little bit. I start with a power booster 1 here just so I get some damage right off the gate. I run max despair, so that coupled with my poison debuff can really reduce the amount he heals from buffet, and that was my strategy here, using the power booster, power start 1 I mean. But I also use a 150% power booster, and it really doesn't do much. At least I didn't feel much of a difference in the fight. But this fight became super straightforward. Black Panther can't reflect his stun on Apocalypse. He can't like purify it due to Apocalypse's abilities. So you could stun whenever you want, hit into his block with a light attack. Yeah, it's just a straightforward fight. The only thing that sucks is the combat power rate and the armor ups. The armor ups can reduce your damage, like I said, not a huge deal. But right there, I triggered my first dex, and he didn't regen a lot, which is very, very nice. Some fights can get out of hand if you trigger dexterity too much. But yeah, I mean, this fight was pretty good. I was worried about it. I didn't want to die again. So yeah, I mean, there I trigger the regen again from buffet. Doesn't really do much. And yeah, I mean, this fight was I quickly sent him to the bin, as Seaton would say. So yeah, this is my last fight of the war. I finished with 4 solos and 2 deaths, so that's a 66% solo rate. Got to get that up. We lost. These guys finished Plat 1 last season. We finished Plat 3. So yeah, it was just a weird matchup. And yeah, I made some mistakes. Hopefully I could correct those next war and we have a cleaner war. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Like if you enjoyed, sub if you're new, and I will see you guys for the next video.